dear students, a very good evening to all of you. Welcome back to your favorite channel NEET World. This is Vasavi Ma'am, your biology educator. Yes. So students, in the previous session we have done with the complete external morphology of the Periplaneta americana, right? And we have left with just a small part in the external morphology, that is nothing but abdomen, okay? Right my dear students? Yes. So, in this coming towards today's particular live session, today I am going to explain you the most important very short answer type of questions related to only external morphology, my dear students, okay. Yes, in this session we are going to cover just the most important and most repeated VSAQs only from the external morphology as well as, okay. So, stay tuned until the session gets end, my dear students, okay, because we are also going to solve the most repeated NEET previous year questions from only external morphology, right my dear students? Yes. So, to all the students I am just requesting you, don't skip, okay, stay tuned until the session gets end because this is most important to all of you. Yes, yes students, okay, yes. So, yes, yes, look into this particular slide now. Yes. So, what we are going to cover in the today's particular session, okay. So, to all the students who is watching this particular session, okay. So, this session is especially useful for the 12th standard students, okay. This is useful for the 12th standard students who are really preparing for the NEET, as well as it is most useful for the first year students also, okay. Yes. So, every day the sessions are going to be on live especially, okay. So, every day the live sessions are going to be taking place in our YouTube channel NEET World, and every Monday, okay. So, students, every Monday and every Wednesday especially you are going to get the classes of first year zoology, okay, and every Wednesday and every Thursday you are going to have the special live sessions for zoology second year syllabus, my dear students, okay. So, in these live series are going to be continued up to 3 months, and we are going to complete the syllabus up to the month of October, okay. So, it is most useful to all the students. Yes, please make useful of it, and before starting the today's particular session, yes, I am here to inform you the most interesting and most informative information to all the students. Yes, it is completely about our institute NEET World, okay. So, in our institute NEET World we have launched the 3 special types of programs. Yes, so that is 2 steps to medicine, it is especially for the 11th standard students, okay. So, coming towards the fee structure, it is very affordable and it is of minimal price, my dear students, okay. So, for 1 month it costs just 3333, in the sense 3,333 rupees, my dear students, yes. And next one step to medicine, it is for the 12th standard students, okay. Those who are learning, those who are currently learning the 12th standard, okay, it means senior intermediate students. So, for them same, the fee structure is same for all the 3 special programs, again it is 3,333 rupees, my dear students, yes. And next one, power step to medicine, okay. So, it is a most crucial step and it is most crucial stage to the students who is preparing, who want to prepare for the long term, okay. And the fee structure is again same, 3333, okay. So, it is very affordable and it is a very minimal fee, I can say, my dear students, yes. So, all the students just make a use of it, and to the students who want to approach online and who are willing to take the offline classes, yes. So, our institute NEET World is located in Narayanguda, Hyderabad. If you want to know more about our institute and if you want to know more about the NEET long term coachings, EAMCET, JEEMS, each and everything, just contact on the below number given here, yes. Yes students, yes, without any delay, let us get started with this session quickly, yes. So, students, in the previous class, okay, we have done with the complete morphology, okay. So, there is no chance to skip the morphology, okay. So, whenever you are studying this particular unit Periplaneta americana, there is no chance to skip any particular concept because this is one type of chapter where we are going to get all the 3 different categories of questions, okay. So, in this chapter we are going to get all the 3 different types of questions, okay. We may expect 2 marker type of questions, 8 marker type of questions and 4 marker type of questions. Okay. So each and everything is important, and especially, okay, I have explained you in detail. Okay. Yes, we have done successfully the external morphology of the Periplaneta americana, and we have just left with the short topic that I am going to explain you. Yes, so regarding abdomen I am going to explain you. Yes, before that, yes, quickly, okay, let us quickly revise about the morphology, my dear students. Okay. So by taking the example of this particular cockroach, okay, by taking the example of this particular Periplaneta americana, I am going to just summarize how the morphology is present in the cockroach. Okay. So from the head, okay, we have started learning the external morphology from the head. Okay. So students, all the online students who are watching this particular session, just quickly answer me under the external morphology of the cockroach. Okay. So under the external morphology of the cockroach, generally we have divided the body of the Periplaneta into 3 parts, right? Head, thorax and abdomen. So all the students who are watching this particular session, just quickly answer me which parts we have learned in the head. Okay. When it comes to the head, yes, how many parts and regarding what we have learned actually. Okay. So when it comes to the head, we called the head of the Periplaneta as the hypognathus because it always hangs downwards. Okay, right? So the head of the cockroach is placed downwards and it almost lies perpendicular to the abdomen. Okay, and it is very triangular. Okay, and it is triangular in nature. So under the head we have learned about the eyes, right, my dear students? We have learned about the eyes. Okay, we have understood in depth regarding the structure of the ommatidium. Okay, so I am revising each and everything to all of you because at the end of this session you all people are going to solve the NEET previous year questions, especially related to the external morphology itself. Okay, not apart from the morphology. Okay, because we have done complete morphology of the Periplaneta americana. Okay, so now we will solve the NEET PYQs. Okay, yes. So quickly answer me, we have learned about the structure of the compound eyes. Okay, and it is going to contain how many ommatidiums, my dear students? Yes. So how many number of structural units? Okay, we have given the name structural units of the compound eyes are called as ommatidia. Okay, so generally how many number of ommatidiums are going to be present? 2000, right? So each and everything is already completed to all of you. If you have any doubts and if you are feeling any hesitate and if you are feeling tough to remember the concept, just click on the live sessions in our YouTube channel NEET World. Okay, yes. And when it comes to the head, eyes is completed, antenna we have discussed. Okay, the antenna are segmented in cockroaches. Okay, so these are the okay, yes. So the antenna are segmented in nature. Okay, you can see here. Okay, we can find the segments in the antenna. Okay, and next one, when it comes to the mouth parts, okay, it is most important. We have learned about the mandibles, maxillary palps. Okay, so the mandibles, okay, the labrum, labium. Okay, labrum is the upper lip and labium is the lower lip, right? So beside, okay, labium and labrum. Okay, and next one, to the alternate sides, what we have, my dear students? We have the mandibles, right? So what is the function of the mandibles? To just grind the food. Okay, so actually we are going to eat like this. Okay, so we will chew the food by the movement of the upper jaw and the lower jaw, but the speciality of the Periplaneta americana is it is going to have the mandibles located at the sides, right? So whenever the food particles are going to enter, so immediately it is going to grind in this manner, right? So yes, students. And next one, what we have discussed, we have understood about the palps. What are palps now? So the palps are nothing but which are sensory in nature. Okay, so we have understood about the maxillary palps, and the next one, first pair of maxillary palps and second pair of maxillary palps. Yes, so to all the IPE students, the mouth parts of the cockroach. Yes, so once again I am making it clear to all of you, my dear students. Okay, so everyone, you should be perfect, you should learn each and every concept from this chapter. Yes, so this is all about the mouth parts of the cockroach. So these are biting and chewing type. Okay, so yes, we have understood about the two pairs of maxillary palps, first maxillary palps and second maxillary palps. Okay, so the major function of these maxillary palps is to color the food. okay, to collect the food, and sometimes it also uses these maxillary palps to just clean the legs, to clean the body, everything, okay, yes. And what it is, my dear students, it is a hypopharynx, it is a labrum which is upper lip, labium which is the lower lip, which is again going to have the promentum, submentum and mentum, okay, yes. So, everything is done, my dear students, yes. So, it is especially important for the IPE point of view. So, damn sure we can expect this question for 4 marks, okay. So, just please make a star mark of this particular diagram, okay, yes. So, definitely you will get this particular question. So, when you are going to get this question, the way that you all need to attempt is you should be extremely perfect in labeling parts, my dear students, okay. You should not miss any of the labeling parts, okay. So, here the maxillary palps, when you are going to draw the diagram, draw the structure of the maxillary palps, always remember, yes, the first maxillary palps, can you see, yes. So, the first maxillary palps are going to contain, yes, here, okay, these are usually 5 pairs in number, and next one when it comes to the second maxillary palps, 3 pairs, okay. So, just remember each and everything, my dear students, in detail, in depth you all need to study. So, these all are the labeling parts, everything is finished, just here I am going to revise you, that is it, okay, yes. And next one, what we have understood, my dear students, yes. So, this is also one of the most expected and most repeated short answer type of question in your IPE point of view, okay, yes. So, generally these two particular questions, okay, the mouth parts of the cockroach and the structure of the omatidum, these are mostly repeated 4 marker type of questions from this particular chapter, okay. So, apart from this, sometimes we may get the question like a male reproductive system of the cockroach and female reproductive system of the cockroach, okay, but in rare cases, but mostly the diagrammatic questions that we can expect is only these two, my dear students, okay, okay, very important, okay, structure of the omatidum and the next one mouth parts of the cockroach. For when it comes to the NEET point of view, okay, so when it comes to the NEET point of view, along with the diagram you need to understand the, yes, you need to understand the type of cells, okay, type of cells in the structure of the omatidum, and next one you need to study a few theoretical part, okay, that is about the photoreceptor cells, okay, that is nothing but retinular cells, rhabdome, these all you need to learn, my dear students, yes. So, next one, next what we have understood, yes, next coming towards the legs of the Periplaneta americana, okay. So, this is the most important concept to be remembered for NEET point of view, yes. So, students, all of you who are watching these particular sessions, okay, so all the students who are watching these particular sessions, it is very helpful to the students who are preparing for the long term, who are preparing for the NEET EAMCET as well as, and this session is especially useful for the 11th standard students, 12th standard students, to all the students who really want to crack the NEET examination as well as who really want to score the 60 by 60 in zoology, right. So, there is no chance to skip at all, just focus whatever I am discussing here, my dear students, yes. So, when it comes to the legs of the cockroach, sometimes we may expect the questions in NEET when it comes to the diagrammatic parts, okay, labeling parts, sorry, okay, yes. So, in the NEET point of view, sometimes we may expect the questions like labeling parts, okay, sometimes they are going to give the labeling parts like femur and trochanter, okay. Sometimes we may get only few labeling parts and one of the labeling part will be missing, okay. So, you need to identify only that particular labeling part which is missing in the segments of the leg, okay, appendages of the legs, okay, yes, trochanter, femur, tibia, tarsus and pretarsus, yes students. So, in the last session already we have done this, but to make clear once again I am explaining you this, yes. So, when it comes to the legs of the cockroach, so generally the coxa is the main part which is going to attach to the thorax, right, which is going to attach to the thoracic segment, okay. Generally we have 3 different pairs of legs in the cockroach, okay, prothoracic leg, mesothoracic leg and the metathoracic leg, right. So, from each thoracic segment the 3 pairs of legs are going to be arised. So, how the legs are going to join to the thorax, look into this. So, the coxa is the main part which will attach to the thoracic segment in the cockroach. Okay. So next one, from the coxa a movable ring like structure will arise, that is called as trochanter, right my dear students. From the trochanter which part is going to be arised? Femur. Okay. So from the trochanter femur is going to be arised, and next part, so to the femur which is going to be jointed? Tibia. Okay. So here each and every part we can observe joints in the legs of the cockroach. Okay. So that is the reason we are calling it as, and we have placed these particular organisms under the phylum arthropoda, it means jointed appendages, right. Yes. Next one, below the tibia, okay, tarsals are attached. Okay. So generally we call it as a tarsus, but we have tarsals, okay, the different appendages of the tarsals where we can find, yes. So the tarsus is made up of 5 different tarsal segments or tarsal appendages, which are usually 5 in this way. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So in between this we can find the pad like structures. Okay. So students, each and everything is done in the previous session. I am revising you because at the end of the session you all are going to solve the particular type of NEET previous year questions based on only the morphological characteristics of Periplaneta americana. Okay. So each and everything in detail you need to study, and the question may come from any corner of this particular lesson. Yes. And next one, yes. So these are the pre-tarsus where we can find all these particular 5 segments, and below this we can find a pad-like structure. Okay. So that is called as claws. Okay. So claws are helpful in walking and the movement of the cockroach only on the rough surfaces. Okay. So the cockroach, the Periplaneta americana, can show the movement and it can run on the rough surface just with the help of the claws. Okay. So it is most important, just make a note of it. Okay. So whatever I am explaining, just who are watching the session in the online, just make a running notes my dear students. Okay. So it will be very helpful to you to solve any type of MCQs. And next one, coming towards the, yes. So to the claws, one most important thing and most important structure is attached. What it is actually? Yes. So here the blue colored structure, whatever I am drawing, just look into this. So one more padded like structure is attached to the claws. Okay. Suppose imagine this is the claws. Okay. So usually, yes. So these tarsus will be, pre-tarsus will arise from this. So it is going to end at the claws. Okay. So these will be the claws which will help the cockroach to walk on the rough surface. And to the claws, one more padded structure is attached, that is called as aerolium, which will help the Periplaneta americana to walk especially on the smooth surfaces, right. So this is all about the previous session whatever we have discussed, and this is about how quickly I am going to revise you to memorize each and every concept my dear students. Yes. So each and everything is done. If you have any doubts in any particular concept, please let me know in the comment section. Yes. So students, feel free to ask any doubts regarding this particular chapter my dear students. So I am here to help you out in any ways regarding to the particular concepts. Okay. Yes. So now we have just left with only a short part, that is abdomen. Okay. So in the complete external morphology, I just have to explain regarding the abdomen. Okay. So without any delay, let's get started with the abdominal parts of the Periplaneta americana. Okay. Yes. So don't leave the session in between my dear students. Okay. So this is the last part. Okay. This is the last part in the external morphology. Next, quickly we are going to move towards the NEET PYQs as well as most repeated VSAQs, which is most extremely important for both TS and AP intermediate public examinations. Okay. Yes. So structure, coming towards the structure. Yes. So look into the structure of the abdomen. So usually how many segments we have in the abdomen my dear students? 10 segments, right. So 10 segments are present in the adult Periplaneta americana, but when it comes to the younger one, okay, but when it comes to the younger embryonic stage, during the embryonic stage, the younger Periplaneta americana, it usually used to have 11 segments. Okay. So that is not important here, but later when it becomes adult, then the 11th segment will fuse and one of the segment gets decreased and it is going to form only 10 segments. Okay. So in abdomen, what we need to study? Okay. So in the abdomen, especially 3 parts you all need to focus, that is anal circi, next anal style and yes, gonapophysis. Okay. anal cirrus, okay, anal circus or anal circi, and next one anal styles, okay. Yes, let me make it clear to you here. Yes students, so just look here, can you see? Yes, so these are anal styles, okay, this is anal styles, and next one when it comes to the anal cirrus, look into this whatever I am drawing here students, okay. So this is the anal cirrus, okay. So let's study about it now. Yes, when it comes to the anal cerci, okay, when it comes to the anal cerci, what here you need to learn in the sense, so the anal cerci are generally jointed, okay, these are generally joined to, see here, 10th segment, can you see? So these are usually joined to the 10th abdominal segment of the cockroach. See here, these all are the segments, these all are the abdominal segments. So students, these are the most important visuals, okay, I have analyzed and I have placed here to make a clear understanding to all of you. Just make use of it and absorb the structures whatever I am drawing here, okay. Yes, so these all are the abdominal segments, okay, which will be the last segment, 10th segment only, right. So from the 10th segment, okay, from the 10th segment, it means this will be the 10th segment and remaining all will be the remaining other segments like 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, okay. So remaining segments, so the last segment of the abdomen will be usually the 10th segment. So from the 10th segment, which is going to be arised, anal cirrus, okay, anal cirrus or else anal circi will arise from the last abdominal segment of the Periplaneta americana. So usually it is jointed to this here, can you see, and it is going to have the segments in it, okay, it is going to have the segments in it which is jointed to the 10th abdominal segments, okay. So now see here, which is jointed to the 10th abdominal segment at the tergum, okay. So now you all the students who are watching this session in online, just please quickly answer me, what is the difference between the tergite and sternite, okay, what are usually sclerites first of all, okay, what are sclerites my dear students, okay, quickly can anyone answer what are sclerites, what are tergites and what are sternites, what are pleurites, okay, can any one of you answer? Yes, so these all are nothing but the chitinous plates which are present in each segment of the cockroach, okay. So in the cockroach, in the exoskeleton of the cockroach is made up of the chitinous plates, okay. So the dorsal plates are called as the tergites and the ventral plates are called as the sternites and the side plates of the Periplaneta americana is called as pleurite, okay. So in general all the chitinous plates, the plates are usually called as sclerites, clear? If not, just watch the previous live session. Yes, so it is clear in that my dear students. Yes, see now, so when it comes to the anal cirrus, here what you need to remember in the sense, just you need to remember the function of the anal cirrus, okay. So the function of the anal cirrus is it mainly detects the vibrations and sound, okay. So it is going to help, okay, the main function of the anal cirrus which will arise from the 10th segment of the Periplaneta is it is going to help in the detection of the sound, okay. So this is only the major function, just put a star mark for these my dear students, okay, because we can get the question in NEET when it comes to the abdomen, okay, when it, under the abdomen just focus mainly on the anal cirrus, okay. And next one, anal style, see here, where the anal styles are located, can anyone say whether these are attached to the abdominal segments or from where actually these are arising, okay. So yes, so students, these are unjointed, paired and acts as a copulatory organ, okay. Yes, so these are very small and unjointed, yes. So these are going to arise from this particular part, okay, not 9th segment. So these are going to arise at the end, okay. Yes, so from this particular structure we can find the, yes, anal styles, okay. Yes, so these are generally unjointed. So how the joints are present in the anal cirrus, we cannot find any joints in the anal styles, okay. These are usually small when compared to the anal cirrus, okay. Mainly they are going to act and they play the major role in the, yes, copulatory organ, okay. They acts like the copulatory organ. And next one, yes students, and next one, when it comes to the gonapophysis, okay, when it comes to the gonapophysis, these are just the external genitalis parts, okay. These are just the external genitalis parts which we can find in both the males and females. Regarding this you will learn in depth in the reproductive system of Periplaneta americana, okay. So it is also going to act like the copulatory organ. I am going to explain you in depth regarding the particular structure, that is gonapophysis, we will learn in the reproductive systems. Okay. So clear my dear students, when it comes to the abdomen, completely 10 segments, okay, in the adult Periplaneta americana, but in the younger ones total 11 segments will be there, and they are going to fuse and they will give only 10 segments. From the 10th segment, anal cirrus will arise, which is jointed and which is segmented. Okay. So it mainly detects and it mainly involved in the detection of the sound. Okay. It detects the vibrations and it is also going to receive the signals of the sound. Okay. When it comes to the anal styles, this we can find. Okay. Yes. So these we can find, and these yes. So these are also going to act like the copulatory organs. Yes. So now students, yes. So now we are going to step and we are going to move towards the most important and interesting thing that is going to start actually from now. That is nothing but we are going to solve the NEET previous year questions, especially from the external morphology, and we are going to look into the most important very short answer type of questions which are extremely important for both Telangana as well as Andhra Pradesh intermediate board examinations. Okay. Yes. So see here my dear students. Yes. So just look here. Yes. So students, just look into this particular slide. So from here these are all the, okay. So from here whatever the particular slides I am going to show you, in these all the slides you are going to find the most important very short answer type of questions. Okay. Yes. So now look into this. Okay, I am going to explain you which is most important. Okay, but before that we have to look into each and every answer which is going to come from the morphology, right? Yes. So why cockroach? Okay, why is cockroach called as a pest? Okay, it is very simple question my dear students. Okay, why cockroach is called as pest? Because we can find it in everywhere. Okay, it is an actually omnivorous insects. Okay, right? And what it actually does? Okay, we are calling it as pest because it is going to contaminate the food. Okay, and it is going to spread the disease causing microbes. Okay, sometimes it is also involved in completely, okay, it is also involved in damaging the materials like books, cloths and leathers. Okay. So it is one of the, it is the first question in your Telugu academic standard books, why the cockroach is called as a pest. Okay. Yes, because it is going to spread the disease, it contaminates the food, it is a nocturnal insect. Okay, during the night time it will be very active and it spoils the food. Okay, and sometimes it also spoils and it also damages the wooden works, it damages the cupboards, books, everything. Okay, so that is the reason we are calling it as the pest. Okay, yes. So now see here, so this is the most important question. Okay, it becomes easy when you understand the concept. Okay, so here directly here it is completely related to the chitinous plates of the cockroach. Okay, so you need to understand the names of the chitinous plates. Okay, you need to understand the names of the sclerites. Sclerites in the sense exoskeleton. Okay, whenever we have seen about the exoskeleton in the cockroach, there we have observed a plates, right? We have seen the dorsal plates, ventral plates and the side plates of the Periplaneta americana. Okay, so usually where these plates are going to be present my dear students. Okay, so in each and every segment is going to be covered by the chitinous plates. Okay, so now look into the question. Okay, name the terga of thoracic segments of the cockroach. Okay, name the terga of the thoracic segments of the cockroach. Okay, tergite in the sense, okay, where actually we can find the thorax. Okay, yes. So now all of you look into this particular cockroach and just quickly answer me which is called as, yes, yes, which plates are called as the dorsal plates and which plates are called as the ventral plates. Okay, so in this particular cockroach, okay, yes, so students look into this particular Periplaneta americana displayed over here and just answer me which parts will be present on the dorsal side and which parts will be present on the ventral side. Okay, yes, don't be confused my dear students. So the things what we can see externally in the cockroach, okay, usually we can see the wings directly. Okay, we can see the wings, we can see the thorax and we can see the head. Okay, head, mouth, everything. Okay, so all the things which we can see, it is the dorsal side. Okay, it is called as the dorsal side, right? And the things, the parts which we can't see, okay, which we can't see, like the legs from where actually it is arising, okay, the things which we can't see and all the parts which are present below the dorsal side, this is called as the ventral side, okay. So this will be the ventral side of the cockroach and this will be the dorsal side of the cockroach. So now what is the most important very short answer type of question related to these segments is, name the terga of thoracic segment, okay, thoracic segments. So usually students already have said you the thorax, okay, the thorax part of the Periplaneta americana is going to have usually 3 segments, right, okay, 3 segments only we can find, okay. Okay, before solving it, just let me make the hypothetical diagram. Yes, so this will be the head of the cockroach, okay, and next one here we can find the movable neck, and from here the thoracic segments will arise, and next one will be the abdomen, right, and from here the wings will be arise, okay. So just leave the wings and everything, just understand the thoracic segments, okay. So the head is formed by the fusion of 6 segments, right my dear students. The head is formed by the fusion of 6 segments, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, all the segments will fuse and it will form only one segment, that is nothing but the head, okay. But when it comes to the thoracic segments, okay, when it comes to the thoracic segments, to each thoracic segments 1 to 6 are fused, also remaining what is left, 7, 8 and 9, okay. So the 7th segment, 8th segment and the 9th segment of the Periplaneta americana are called as prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax, right my dear students. So this will be the, yes, prothorax, mesothorax and metathorax, okay. So this will be the thoracic part, right, yes. So this will be the thorax, and next one, from the thorax it is going to form the abdomen, okay, and next one here we can find the movable neck and this will be the head, and the prothorax fuses completely with the head to form the pronotum, okay, prothorax, mesothorax, metathorax, we can also call it as pronotum, mesonotum and the metanotum, okay. Pronotum is going to form the, yes, pronotum in the sense 7th segment, mesonotum in the sense 8th segment of the cockroach and metanotum in the sense 9th segment, yes students. So all the online students, just no need to be confused because already we have done this particular session, yes. So coming towards the question, name the terga of the thoracic segments of the cockroach, yes, yes students, yes. So name the terga of the thoracic segments in the cockroach. So the terga of the thoracic segments are, yes, so just now we can also call it as, you can also write these particular answer like, yes, here thoracic segments of the cockroach are, first segment in thorax is nothing but 7th segment, okay, 7th one, 1 to 6 is completely fused, right my dear students. So next after 6, which is a segment in thorax, 7th segment, right. So from the 7th segment, pronotum, okay. So the 7th segment in Periplaneta americana is called as pronotum, it is also called as prothorax, okay. So you can give any one of the name, okay, for the thoracic segments you can attempt any one of the name, okay, no need to remember 2 segments, okay, 2 alternative names, just focus which is easy to all of you, yes. Pronotum, next one mesonotum, it is also called as mesothorax, and next one is metanotum in the sense metathoracic segment, okay. So these 3 are 7th segment pronotum, prothorax, okay, 8th segment mesothorax, mesonotum, next one will be the 8th segment, okay, 7th, 8th and 9th segment. So the 9th segment of the thorax is also called as metanotum or metathorax, okay. Clear my dear students, yes. So done, yes. So whenever you are going to attempt this particular answer, just write the terga of the thoracic segments are pronotum, yes, mesonotum, yes, mesonotum and metanotum, otherwise prothorax, mesothorax or metathorax, okay, yes. These are hardened plates protect the dorsal side of the thorax, right. Clear my dear students. Just now we have seen where all these are present, these are going to be present on the dorsal side of the cockroach, it means the back side of the cockroach, okay, yes. Next one, look into this, What structures help the cockroach to walk on the smooth and rough surfaces? Yes. So, just now I have said to all of you that the the questions from the legs is most important, how it is going to move, how it is going to run, what is the nature of the cockroach when it comes to the locomotion on the rough surfaces as well as on the smooth surfaces, right. So, it is most important, I have explained you, yes, few minutes ago, yes, even though just look into this, yes. So, we are just generally going to have 5 appendages in the legs, Yes, we have also seen coxa, trochanter, femur, tibia, and next one, my dear students, yes, tarsus, right, tarsus and pretarsus, So, now from the pretarsus, from the tarsus, at the end part of the leg, at the last appendage of the legs in the cockroach, we can find the claws, So, in the claws, so the main function of the claws is to walk on the rough surfaces. See here, cockroach uses the aeroleum for walking on the smooth surface. From where the aeroleum arises? From this particular structure. So, this will be the aeroleum. So, it mainly gives the balance to the cockroach to walk on the smooth surface, but when it comes to the rough surfaces, it is going to use the claws. Yes, can you see? Yes. So, these are the claws. So, the C-shaped or the U-shaped structure is called as claws, and to this aeroleum is attached, which will help in walking on the smooth surfaces. Yes, students. So, when it comes to the IPE point of view, generally we can expect the questions on this particular thing, my dear students. Name the thoracic segments. Just the names of the thorax. Usually 3 segments. No, you just remember the 3 thoracic segments. It will be more than enough, and you can easily score the 2 out of 2 marks. And next one, look into this. Yes, the most important and the most repeated previous year questions of this, very short answer type. So, it is repeated many number of times, that is nothing but, yes students, so that is nothing but the, why is the head of the cockroach called as hypognathus? Yes, all your online students just quickly answer me why the head of the cockroach is called as the hypognathus. So, nothing, my dear students, the head is hypognathus because mouth parts are directed downwards. You can also observe here very clearly, my dear students. So, this is one of the beautiful image of the cockroach. By looking into it, we can completely study. We can study the complete external morphology. See here, why the head of the cockroach is called as hypognathus? Because it is going to hang downwards. The head of the cockroach is placed downwards, where all the mouth parts, we can see here, this mandible, yes. So, can you see the screen properly? Yes. So, it is called as hypognathus because the mouth parts, the head is completely hanged and it is completely directed in downward position. So, that is the reason we are calling it as the hypognathus. And next one, it is almost triangular in nature and it is usually perpendicular to the abdomen. It is completely perpendicular to the body of the cockroach. So, that is the reason we are calling it as the hypognathus head. Yes. So, look into the answer now. Yes. So, why the head of the cockroach is called as the hypognathus? We call it as the hypognathus because in the head part only, not, my dear students, we have studied completely the structure of the eyes, antennae, mouth parts, each and everything we have covered under the head. So, the head is a main region where each and everything, where all these things are located, right. So, almost the head is directed downwards, right. So, in the head only the mouth parts are situated. So, that is the reason it is called, because mouth parts are directed downwards. So, this orientation, this type and this nature will help the cockroach to biting and sheathing the organs which will feeding them from below. It can feed from the below. Clear with this particular answer? It is very easy and I have repeated you number of times during the introduction session. Yes. What is a tripod in cockroach locomotion? So, just the movement of the legs, my dear students. So, how it is going to show the movement? See here. So, generally the tripod is formed. The tripod is formed by the involvement of 3 legs at a time. So, it can show the tripod by the movement of the 3 legs at a time. How it is going to form in the sense? Look here, alternate legs from each side. So it provides balance and stability during the walking. Yes. So again let's have a look on the cockroach. Yes. So completely, until and unless we are going to complete this particular chapter, continuously you compare the characteristics by looking into this beautiful Periplaneta americana, right. So how tripod is formed in the sense, see during walking, okay, during the walking or else during yes. So during the locomotion it usually uses 3 pairs of legs, okay. So by the alternate movements, okay, it shows the movement alternatively, it shows the movement by lifting up the legs in alternate manner, okay. So when it is going to, so yes students, yes, prothoracic leg, mesothoracic leg and the metathoracic leg, right. So at a time it is going to show the movement, okay. So one of the prothoracic leg and one of the mesothoracic leg is going to form one things, okay, and next one of the mesothoracic leg, okay, another side of the mesothoracic leg. So it is going to show the movements, okay. So in this way all the alternate legs are going to lift at a time, and this will help the cockroach, this will help the Periplaneta to walk, okay. Yes. So clear my dear students? Yes. See, tripod gait involves the movement of 3 legs at a time by showing the alternate legs, okay. So tripod is usually formed by the lifting up of the alternate legs from each side, okay. Yes. Next one, name the mouthparts in cockroach used for biting and tasting of the food, okay. So usually we have understood about the palps, okay. Palps are only the structures which will sense and which are involved in the tasting of the food and which are also involved in the sensing, okay. See here now, mouthparts of cockroach includes, okay. So students, usually what are the mouthparts here, okay. Yes. So what are the mouthparts of the cockroach? Mandibles, yes, which include labrum, okay. What is labrum my dear students? Upper lip, right, labrum. Next one, mandibles, okay, which will help to bite and chew, and next one maxillae and labium, okay. Labium will be the lower lip and mandibles, maxillae, and the next one is labrum and labium. So all these are the mouth parts which are especially involved in biting and chewing the food. These are also useful for the collecting the food, okay. So all the students, okay, all of you can attempt these particular answers in your IPE board examinations for VSAQs, okay. You can use these particular answers and this will be helpful for you to score the 2 marks, right. Yes. So students, one thing you all can observe, these all are the questions that we are discussing only from the morphology, right. So remaining all the very short answer type of questions are going to come from the anatomical part, that I am going to discuss you whenever I am going to start the digestive system, respiratory system, and next reproductive nervous system, excretory system, many other things my dear students, okay. So after completing each and every particular topic, I am going to explain you the NEET previous year questions as well as the IPE very short answer type of questions, okay. So this session will be useful to all of you, yes. And next one, look here, how is the ommatidium of the cockroach different from that of the diurnal insect, okay. So it is very simple my dear students, we have learned the structure of ommatidium, right. So what are ommatidiums, okay. So these are the hexagonal units, okay. So these are the structural and functional hexagonal units in the Periplaneta americana. So usually how many hexagonal units? Yes. So usually how many number of, yes, yes students. So usually how many number of ommatidium structures we have? 2000 hexagonal units, that is nothing but usually each eye, each compound eye of the Periplaneta americana is going to have 2000 structural units, those are called as ommatidium. So now what is the function of the ommatidium, okay. So already I have said you that, see, we are the humans, right. So we can see the things, we can see the objects very clearly at a time, okay. So suppose now I am looking the camera, right. So I can focus clearly just on the camera, right my dear students. So I can see the things behind me, okay. I can see the things which are present beside me also, but I am going to understand just something is present sides over me, but I can't see very clearly, right. But when it comes to the Periplaneta americana, as it is a very most intelligent creature, it can sense all the objects, it is going to have the high and most active sensitivity power, my dear students. Okay, so it can see all the things at a time. It can understand which is present in the front, which is present behind it. It can see at a time all the things. Okay, it can see on the surface of the top what is present. It can see the things which is present entire surroundings. Okay, so that is the high sensitivity power in the cockroach. Okay, when it comes to the eyes. But the next one, it is going to show the low resolution. It means it can form the image, but the images are somewhat very dim, my dear students. Okay, it is not going to form complete clear image. Okay, yes. So see here, cockroach ommatidae are adapted for the dim light and form the superposition image. Okay, superposition image is nothing but the formation of many number of images which are not clear. Okay, yes. And next one, unlike the diurnal insects. Okay, so in the nocturnal insects, superposition image is formed. Okay, but when it comes to the diurnal insects, apposition image is formed. Okay, and it is going to receive the bright light. Okay, so here it forms the images of the dim light. Here it forms the images of the bright light, my dear students. Yes. So clear with this particular answer? Yes. So now next look into the one more most important very short answer. Name the structural and functional units of compound eye of the cockroach. So this is most important. We can expect this question in the IPE exam. Yes. So ommatidium. Okay. So the ommatidium are only the structural and functional units. Okay. So because it can form the many images, 2000 ommatidia in the sense each ommatidium will form the image. It means it is going to form approximately 2000 images. It have the 2000 ommatidiums. Each ommatidium is involved in the formation of the image, and at the end it forms only one image, but it is not that much clear. That is the reason we are calling that particular image in the Periplaneta americana is superposition image, which is going to show only in the dim light. Okay. Yes. Next one, distinguish between the apposition image and the superposition image. Yes, just now as we have discussed, that is displayed over here, my dear students. Yes. See, apposition images are formed in the, yes, bright light by the individual ommatidia. Okay, see here. So the ommatidia, the individual ommatidia is going to form the clear image only in the diurnal insects. Okay, but when it comes to the nocturnal insects, each ommatidium will form the image, but that is not clear and it is mosaic in nature. Okay, but in the cockroaches it is going to show the low resolution power. Yes. So clear, my dear students? Yes. So next one. Yes. So next we are going to look into the, yes, NEET previous year questions from the external morphology of the Periplaneta americana. Yes. So all the online students just try to answer these particular NEET previous year questions, especially from the external morphology. So that is the reason we have studied about it in detail. Okay. Yes. See here, look into this particular question. Yes. So all the students, please just don't feel bored, my dear students. Okay. See how actually important this particular chapter is. Okay. So from each and every part, these are the previous year questions. Yes. So when it comes to the body segmentation and plates, that is nothing but, yes, when it comes to the body segmentation and dorsal plates and ventral plates, so these are the questions. Okay. So only regarding the body segmentation, this is the question. Just look at the body of the Periplaneta americana is segmented and divisible into. So how actually the body of the Periplaneta americana, okay, that is nothing but the body of the cockroach is divided into how many parts, my dear students? See here, the given options are, yes, first we will see into the option A, head, thorax and abdomen. Yes. So this is going to form the right answer. Okay. So now let's have a look on the remaining options. Yes. So head and the thorax. Okay. So wrong, my dear students, we can see the head, thorax, and the next one we can also find the segments in the abdomen. Okay. So here the abdomen is not given. Actually three important parts, head, thorax and abdomen. So it is given in the option A. So it will be the right option. So this is wrong because we are here, the missing segment is abdomen. Okay. Yes. Head, trunk and abdomen. Okay. So we can find the trunk and we will learn about the trunk in the respiratory system. but here actually we can understand that thorax is missing, right? So this option is also wrong. Next one, cephalothorax and abdomen. Okay, so this type of this type of body division we can observe in the spiders. Okay, we can find in the spiders but not in Periplaneta americana. Okay, so what is cephalothorax, my dear students? Fusion of thorax with the head, right? So that is called as the cephalothorax. Okay, we can find the cephalothoracic nature in the spiders, but when we have studied about the cockroach, there we have understood thorax is separate and head is separate, and next one abdomen is separate, right? So the thorax is not fusing with the head. Okay, only one part, only pronotum has been fused. Okay, so it is not a cephalothoracic nature, only it is divided and it is divisible into head, thorax and abdomen. Yes, most important. Yes, and next one, number of legs and wings. So this question is based on the legs and the wings of Periplaneta americana. Yes, see now how many pairs of wings and legs are present in the cockroach. Okay, so how many pairs, my dear students? How many pairs of wings we can find and how many pairs of legs we can find? Actually, can any one of you answer? Yes, see here, 2 pairs of wings and 3 pairs of legs. Will you think this particular statement and this particular option is true? Yes, absolutely, this is the right answer. Yes, now have a look on the remaining 3 options. Option B, 2 pairs of legs, completely wrong statement. Okay, we can find, so from the each thoracic segment a pair of legs are going to be arised. So generally 3 thoracic segments we have, and especially, okay, it means 3 thoracic segments. From each thoracic segment 1 pair of legs will be arised, right? So here actually in the option 2 pairs of legs has been given, so this will be the wrong option, and 3 pairs of wings, it is also completely wrong. And next one, 3 pairs of legs and 1 pair of wings. So this option is also wrong, my dear students. Not 3 pairs of legs is true, but only we have 2 pairs of wings, not 1 pair. And next one, 1 pair of wings and 3 pairs of legs. Okay, 3 pairs of legs we have, but no 1 pair of wings. Okay, so this is the way of the questions that we may expect in the exam, right? So have the focus and learn in depth regarding each and every structure of the cockroach. Yes. So if you miss learning about the cockroach, then you are going to miss the questions, and then you are going to then you are not going to attempt the questions, my dear students. Okay, in the NEET point of view. So cockroach is very most important. It decides your rank in NEET examination, I can say. Yes. So now look into this. Which of the following structures in cockroach are used for detecting the vibrations? Yes. So now this you need to answer me, because this is very easy. About this particular thing we have discussed just few minutes ago. Yes, even though let's have a look on the options: antennae, maxillae and labium. Okay, so usually maxillae and labium, these are involved in the biting and chewing type, right? So we have learned about this in the mouth parts. Okay, so now what is the question actually, my dear students? Which of the following structures in Periplaneta americana is used for detecting the vibrations, right? It is the question related to vibrations, but not about the sense organs, or else it is not about the how it is going to taste the food or nothing, my dear students. Okay, only related to vibrations. Okay, so these are the few sense organs displayed over here in the options. Just you need to identify which will help in detecting the vibrations. So antennae are useful for detecting the source of food and sensing the smell of the food. Okay, so it has no role in the detection of vibration. So this is absolutely wrong. And next one, labium and maxillae. Okay, so these are involved in collecting the food, and these are involved in biting and chewing the food. Okay, but no involvement in the detection of vibrations. So the last option D is anal cerci, which is used in the detection of vibrations. So these are present in the 10th segment in the cockroach, right? Next one, mouth parts adaptation. See how actually the mouth parts are well adapted and how actually they are used in the biting and chewing of the food. Actually which parts are those? Let's have a look here. Yes, piercing and sucking. So this is absolutely wrong, my dear students. Okay, so because the cockroach just can't just suck the food, right? So it is going to have the well developed mouth parts which are involved in biting the food and chewing the food. Okay, so the type of mouth parts adapted related to the piercing and sucking is this type we can observe in the mosquitoes, right? So in the mosquitoes we have the structure which is especially used for the sucking of the blood, and it is called as proboscis. Okay, proboscis. Okay, so this is the most important. This we can find in the mosquito, okay, but not in the cockroach. Okay, next option, option B, have a look here, chewing and biting type. Yes, true. Okay, so this is the right answer. And next, coming towards the sponging and siphoning. Okay, yes, so these two are the well adapted mouth parts, okay, which are especially used for feeding on the liquid types of food, my dear students. Okay, so the sponging and siphoning, okay, these two are the structures which are present in few insects like houseflies and dipteras. Okay, so these are generally used to suck the fluid. Okay, these are used and they are usually feed on the fluids, they are usually feed on the liquids, my dear students. Okay, so when it comes to cockroach, these are biting and chewing type, but these are not of sucking the liquid food or something else. Okay, yes. And next one, have a look here. So this particular question is related to the wings of the cockroach. Yes, so it is about the wings of the cockroach. Yes, so in the cockroach the first pair of wings are called as, so what we usually call the first pair of wings? Yes, so usually students, the wings which are going to arise from the thorax. Okay, so what are the dorsal plates we are going to call? Tergites, right? So the wings present on the tergite segments we can say, or else the wings which are present on the tergum of the Periplaneta americana, that wings usually we call as tegmenia. Okay, so tegmenia are the first pair of the wings. Okay, see the question here, in cockroach the first pair of wings are called as tegmenia. Okay, so which type of wings these are, my dear students? Yes, prothoracic wings, next one mesothoracic wings and the metathoracic wings. Okay, yes, so usually we have the, yes, mesothoracic wings and the metathoracic wings. So now see here, well, let's look into the remaining options. So option A is halters. Okay, so these are the modified forewings. Okay, these are the modified forewings. These are especially useful for the insects to fly. Okay, so these are the type of wings, halters. Okay, halters. Okay, so these are the wings which will help the insects to fly completely. Okay, so these we cannot find in the cockroaches, so the option 1 will be the wrong. And next one, elytra. Okay, so these are the type of wings. Okay, these are the type of the hind wings. Okay, so these type of hind wings are going to be protected by the forewings. Okay, not halters, these are the elytra. Okay, elytra are the type of wings which are usually involved in the protection of the hind wings, right? So halters will help in complete flying for the insect and they give support for the insect during the flight. Okay, next one, tegmenia are the first pair of wings. Okay, next, patagia, what it is actually, my dear students? So these are the large extended wings, this usually we can find in the bats, right? So clear with the first type of question? Yes, yes students. And next one, look into this leg modifications and thorax. Okay, so see here, all are the NEET previous year questions. Okay, so this particular question is repeated in NEET 2024, that is especially related to yes, nature of the wings. It is completely related to the wings. And next one, in NEET 2016 we have got this particular question, leg modifications and the thorax. Yes, so the walking legs of cockroach are attached to, okay, so to which it is attached and from where actually it is going to arise? From each thoracic segment, right? Prothoracic leg, mesothoracic leg and metathoracic leg, proleg, mesoleg and metaleg. Okay, it means the legs are usually attached to the thorax. Yes, so do you want to see the cockroach once again, my dear students? Yes, until we are going to complete this particular chapter, I am going to show you the beautiful cockroaches. Okay, you just going on observe it. Okay, then you will get the concept very clear. Yes, see, first thoracic segment, second thoracic segment and third thoracic segment. Okay, Yes. So usually 7th, 8th and 9th. Okay. Yes. 6, 7 or 8 or 7th, 8th and 9th segments, usually 3 thoracic segments we will have, right. So from each thoracic segment the legs will be arised. Clear my dear students? Yes. And next one, see here. Yes. Let us come back to the NEET previous year question related to the leg modification and the thorax. See, the walking legs of the cockroach are attached to, yes. So the walking, the walking legs of the cockroaches are attached to abdomen. Wrong my dear students, yes. Isn't it? These are not attached to the abdomen. So to which it is attached? Just quickly answer me. Yes. The legs are attached to what my dear students? Yes. Abdomen will be the wrong option, absolutely. Next option B, all the thoracic segments. It means generally we have 3 thoracic segments. For each thoracic segments, a pair of legs are going to be attached. So this will be the right option. Next, mesothoracic only, wrong option. Metathorax only, wrong option. Okay, because to each thoracic segment a pair of legs will arise. Okay, there is no particular statement and there is no particular structure that only one pair of legs will arise from any one of thoracic segment. That is wrong my dear students. To all the thoracic segments, yes, we can find a pair of legs. Yes. So yes, all the online students, whether just let me know in the comment section whether all the concepts regarding the external morphology is clear to all of you. Yes, quickly answer me my dear students. Yes. So now, yes, once again I am going to inform you regarding these particular things and particular special programs about our institute NEET World. Yes. So all the students just quickly enroll by paying the fee just 3,333 rupees. So coming towards the 3 special programs of our institute NEET World. So to the 2 steps to the medicine, so it is for the 11th standard students, okay, who are currently studying the 11th standard, that is nothing but intermediate first year, you can attempt, okay. Yes students, so you can get and you can enroll to the particular first type of special program, that is 2 steps to medicine, and next one step to medicine. So it is for the students who want to who are going to study in 12th standard, okay. So the fee structure is very affordable and it is very minimal price my dear students. Yes. So the fee structure is same again, 3,333 rupees. And next one, power step to medicine. So it is a repeater course for the long term learning students. So the fee structure is again same, 333. Yes. So students, the fee structure is very minimal and affordable. Yes. So quickly enroll regarding these particular courses, and if you want to know more about the long term courses of EAMCET and NEET and GI mains, just contact to the given number below here. Yes. So this is all completely about the external morphology. We have covered in detail regarding each and everything my dear students, starting from the head to the abdomen, each and every part has been covered. If you have any doubts and if you want to learn more things and if you want to see, just click on the live sessions in our YouTube channel NEET World, okay. So always be thorough with the lectures my dear students. So every Monday, okay, so the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, okay, so completely 4 days you are going to have the live sessions for zoology for both first year and second year. So it is especially useful to all types of students, for the 11th standard, 12th standard and for the long term learning students, okay. Yes. So this is all about this, and in the next upcoming live session I am going to start the anatomy. So first we will start with the digestive system. Yes. So like, share and subscribe to NEET World.